Okay, how we doing out there? My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And in a few minutes, we're going to be moving through here my 135-inch 16:9 screen. This is a pretty big screen. So this is a 12 that's going to be recoded to our new Nova Black. So let me show you the screen out here. That's the size of the screen, so I have to take that apart and I have to bring that inside. That's going to be fun. So first things first, I got to bring you out in here because I got to pull down the overhead awning so we can get the screen through. Alright, we got that removed. Now let's figure out where we put the drills at. Okay, it's one of them. Alright, make sure I'm recording. So now we got to remove this thing. pretty good too. Whew, sorry about that. I put a series of knots to lock this thing in place. A lot of them. Deal. Somewhere. Where'd you lock in here? Seriously. Right there. Right. I thought to say, wait a minute, I know we didn't log it in that way. What was that anyway? Ah, okay, I see. Ooh, ready for it. You do not want to be for this ride, trust me. Come on. Oh, oh. Come on, I want to hurt you. Oh. Let me see you bubble. Here we go. I have to be connected to this thing. What I got to do to it today. All right. So, as you can see, it is heavy. I tell you that much. It's big and it's heavy. So that's the screen right there. that was sitting on my deck. It doesn't seem that big when you look at it, excuse me, from out there, but it is a big screen. So that's 135 inch, 16.9. So we're gonna have to do some cutting for some of the cables in the back. Here, thank you. And I need to get that line. Somewhere around here. I'm looking for a pad. I got a padded scarf to go on the back of that to keep the bar from pressing through. Just got to remember where I put that at. Here we go. We found it. There we go. So I had to paint two of these. I have one of these upstairs in the gaming room. Set it to the back of the screen. Disconnect some of these lines I had back there. There we go. That's good. All right. Now, I should bring the camera around for this so you can see this part. So, this cloth right here goes in the back for padding the bar. Because if you don't pad the bar, what happens is you get a bar imprint right in the center of your screen, and you don't want that. It's going to look really ugly. So I bring my screen out a little bit. And I got to pad my bar. Take the cloth and fold it over, like so, and shove it up to the top, and just pad the bar all the way down. And that keeps my me from getting that line in the middle of my screen that's caused by the bar. That's how you get rid of that. Some people paint their screens and they'll get this line in the middle of the screen, like, where's that from? And you won't, sometimes you can't see it when you're watching something like with contrast or with color. But anything white that pops onto the screen, you'll see that line pop up, and it's annoying as I don't know what. So just to make sure so you don't get that, what you want to do is you want to take a scarf or a bed sheet or something like that, and you want to pad that bar. So I push this out far enough. Make sure you don't get anything in the way that's disrupting what I need to paint here. I think the rug is going to get in the way, honestly. Leaving that to the side, right there. That's going to bump my screen a little bit. And let's lay this down. And that's it right there. So now we got the screen laying down. You have a little bump right there in the middle. That's nothing. That's just basically the padding for the bar. Whew, it's a heavy screen. Now we just got to move some of this stuff out of the way. That'll allow me to get around my screen a little easier so I can paint this. All right. So let this drop down a little bit so you can get an idea of what we're doing here. All right. I know it goes down a little farther than this. Okay, there we go. Sometimes my tripod has an attitude. Now, I won't be able to get a chance to show you the finished touches when it's done. When we first paint it, because usually I like to do paint and dries on here. The screen is way too big to do that. I'll show you afterwards tonight. We'll go outside and we'll test the screen out when it's already dried and attached to the side of the deck where we had it mounted at. There we go. Bring that over a little bit for you. And I'm going to make sure, again, checking that padding, making sure it's all connected in there, like so. Good. I just want to make sure, because, like I said, now usually, like I said, I tape, and I would actually tape all this up with some frog tape, but like I said, I don't need, I'm just doing the corners. That's all. Pretty easy to do. I've done enough of these. Right. And to paint this, we're going to be using, of course, our Black Nova screen paint. All right. You want to make sure you stir it up. Make sure it's stirred up nice and well. Now we're just going to start this. Like I said, this screen's about 135 inch, 16.9. Let me grab my roller. Hang on, roller over here. Head off here. Be nice. Come out. Get this done. Roller didn't want to come out of the where I had it at. Now what you want to do is, like I said, for me, I just take my roller and I just get my corners first. That's what I do. Now the screen we're painting over right now is a 12. And I told you before that I can't think of the name of it. It slipped my mind here. Yeah, the Nova, the Black Nova 12s are actually darker. Black Nova 17, sorry, are darker than the 12s. And mixed up in there. That part done. You hear any noises in the back? I feed quite a lot of birds in my backyard, and they like to come in and talk. It really sounds like it's in my house. I have birds in my house. I've had it happen a few times. That birds actually go right into my house. Right on in. I'm getting some really good coverage out of this product. I get extremely good coverage out of this. It doesn't take a lot of paint to do a screen. So we already got our corners done. We're just painting the screen now, which I'm doing now. Go really light. You don't have to go too heavy over your surface here. That's it. Really good. It only took me 1/4 to paint. So I changed a few things over on the product, and man, that made a difference. to tell you what it is when I change over because I'll be giving away some secrets to my product. But I added something to get really good coverage, even better, more coverage from my product. And that worked out quite nicely. That allowed me to paint the entire 135-inch screen with just 1 quart. Wow. Got that from 1 quart. Let me check my areas just in case. Just moving it over. Any areas in my head. Sometimes I'll paint from both sides of the screen. I'll go for one side and then the other side, and that's because I do that because it allows me to see if I miss any spots. Alright, quite impressed. 1 quart, ladies and gentlemen. So it took. Hey, God gives you some amazing ideas, and He does. He gives you some amazing ideas. I tell people, at the end of the day, all my ideas and everything I have come from my Lord and Savior. I give Him credit for everything. Now, some people may think I'm crazy for doing that, or something might be wrong with me because, I give God credit for everything, but that's where it comes from. That's where my technology comes from. It comes from my Lord and Savior. And, if people can't accept that, then I feel sorry for you, buddy. I'm never going to turn my back on Him, for all He's done for me. I'm not a chemist, never went to school for it, and yet He blesses me with the knowledge to do this. So that's why I keep giving Him the glory, and that's why I keep giving Him the praise. Sometimes I just can't believe it myself sometimes. Some of the things He blesses me to have and be able to do. I'm very thankful for it. Very, very thankful for it. Well, that's it. We were able to paint that entire screen with 1 quart. I can't believe it. All right, well, we're going to let this dry. Come back later on tonight when we got it all hanging up, ready to go. And we'll go from there. All right, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration, and God bless.